The first thing that comes to mind is the greeting. When we arrive, the whole fist pump thing became more popular. Maybe people are doing handshakes. If we're unsure as to what people are comfortable with, how should we approach that?
One of the best things you can do is ask. Ask your colleagues and your coworkers, what are you comfortable with? As you approach them, many times you haven't seen them in a long time, you're maybe excited to see them. Ask them, are you comfortable with a handshake? Are you comfortable with a virtual hug? What's your preference? Let them tell you and then move forward from there. That way everyone's comfortable.
One of the realities of this pandemic is that some topics have been really polarizing, divisive in some cases for folks. I think of things like personal space, also masking. Say you're back at the office and you're uncomfortable, maybe somebody's too close or they don't have a mask on. How should people approach that?
One of the best things to keep in mind is that in Canada and North America in general, the business culture is an arm's length transaction. So if you can avoid moving within, 2 arms length, your arm's length and their arm's length, that's going to give people a pretty good bubble comfort level within a closed space like an office, because it's going to be a little tougher to pass in the hallway and give someone, at least 6 feet of space, because these hallways are smaller. The other thing you can do is make sure you say to people, excuse me, I know we're going to be closer in this hallway passing, and maybe be more patient. Be kind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Wait a little bit. Wait and let someone pass you before you pass them. Give people more space. So, ask them, are you comfortable with me stepping in the elevator with you? Would you like me to wait and take the next one? Ask more questions than maybe you would ordinarily.
I'm glad you said be kind. I think a smile, or if you're masked, a smile with the eyes goes such a long way these days. And I think people really need that in the world we're living in. Do you have any tips for employees and employers too, how to talk about these things without them becoming confrontational, how to address them in a positive way?
One of the best things that an employer can do is get some policies drafted before the employees come back to the workplace. So have some policies in place, maybe email them out, post them, have them in the kitchen area, the little cafe, have them available so that the employees can start a dialogue and say, hey, this is what's been posted, this is the guidance, this is suggested. Then the employees can have a discussion point. The other thing is, for employees, stay away from some of those divisive topics and follow the policies. For goodness sakes, it's a really good idea. If they're encouraging masks in the workplace, wear the masks. Avoid physical touching if that's the other recommendation. And, if the employer is providing antibacterial and, PPP, wear that, use that, and do the best you can. We're all human and we all need to be kind to each other.
We have about 45 seconds left here. Before we let you go, just out of curiosity, do you think we'll see a lot more of this really than ever before, of employers sort of surveying employees, checking in with them to see really where they're at in this kind of journey forward in this new world ultimately?
I think we're going to see a lot more patience on all sides. I think people are going to want to try to move forward. And I think employers are doing a really good job getting those policies out there and working with their employees, their workforce. So, yeah, I do. I think we're going to see a lot more of this. And I think we need to give a lot of credit to the workforce and to the employers for everything they're doing in a positive way.
That is author and cultural consultant Sharon Schweitzer joining us. We just had her YouTube as well as her Twitter up there on the screen. You can follow her for more. Thank you so much for your time. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.